Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Focus. You're in with your boy Velle.
And Nucleus.
Hey, shout out John. We missed you today, buddy.
Yeah,
Can't wait to have you back next week. Sorry we missed you guys last week. We had a lot of stuff going on.
for sure.
And we also got Big Nate back running the ones and twos.
Yep.
What up? Mate. You want to dive right in, Kyle?
Yes, let's do this.
All right. All right. So let's go over Thursday night. All right, so I have to say this, and if John was here, he would love that I'm saying this, but I was completely wrong about Neighbors. Dude's a complete stud, man.
Yeah, he played
is
well.
Lighting it up. I think the game would be even a lot closer if he didn't get that concussion.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't see all the game. I was watching when that happened, and was just get well soon.
Yes, sir. CZ and CD, he also looked like he was getting back to his regular form. You know?
Oh, that was awesome.
Dude, it was like Neighbors and CD. Like, could you get any better TV at the time?
No, I felt the same way when I watched the second half of the game.
Yeah, that was great. So they went off. Neighbors, I also saw that he was going to be good. So next week, he should be good, and we get into that when we get back to that.
What's your guys' thoughts on Dak Prescott?
My thoughts?
Yeah. Is he a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
No.
See, I would differ there.
Yeah.
I would differ there because for me I feel like everybody is Dallas. You feel me? So you're graded at a higher level than every other quarterback.
Yeah.
I think if Dak played for anybody else, this dude he's easily top 5. Everybody would want him in fantasy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he would definitely be 6 through 10. Am I 6 through 10? You know, like he'd be like 6 or 7.
Right.
But like, I mean, we'll agree to disagree a little bit on that one.
I got you. It's just, I like Dak, man. He puts up numbers. They always throwing the ball.
He's a great quarterback.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For fantasy wise, he is always throwing the ball constantly. I mean,
Yeah.
he have his duds like everybody else. But I mean, I like Dak. I just feel like since he's playing with that star on his helmet, it's a different feeling.
Yep. It's a target on your back to have the star on the helmet. That's for sure.
Hey, you ain't lying there, bud. Good one. What do you think, Nate?
I just think, after signing that big contract, I think he's come out and he's kind of quieted some of the haters. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people were hating on him coming into the year. A lot of people thinking, oh man, he's going to sign this $60 million per year contract. And
be a dud.
Yeah.
He was kind of, in a way, he gave the Cowboys a little bit of a discount. I mean, I know it's a big contract, but if he would have hit the open market next year,
would he got paid so much more?
Say if he has
That's a
an MVP
great
caliber
point.
season, he probably is getting upward 60 mil plus per year. Like, I feel like he's come out and proved the haters wrong these first few weeks.
Oh, for sure. I agree with you there.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Completely agree with you there. So let's dive into the 1:00 games for today. All right, first on the slate, we got the Saints and the Falcons.
Yep.
You want to start us off?
Yeah. I like Derek Carr again. As I said a couple weeks ago, I'm on the Derek Carr train this season. I like the matchup. I think he's a seasoned quarterback. I think he does well today.
Okay. I want to also point out that Olave and AK were both questionable. They are both active today. That I did see. That's huge for New Orleans, as they took their first L last week, I believe. So they're looking for a bounce back. Atlanta's defense ranks 28th in rushing. In passing, they rank 11th. So it should be a heavy dose of run game for the Saints. So I love AK.
Yeah.
I love AK every week. John would tell you that. I wish he was here so I can tell you how, so he can tell me how he feels about it. We can get into it, but like I said, their Atlanta's defense ranks 28th in rushing. So why wouldn't you go with AK? Obviously, and as a little sleeper, if you're in a deep league, maybe Jamal Williams gets you a touchdown today.
That's a really good point. I like him.
If you're like in them deep leagues, as far as their passing goes for the Saints today, I don't know, man. I don't know. With Atlanta's defense ranking 11th in passing defense, I don't know how much yardage they can actually get on the through the air today. So I do not like Shaheed this week.
Yeah.
He's a big, deep threat. Get a bunch of yards, maybe not a touchdown unless it's a deep touchdown or whatnot. But Atlanta's defense, man, through the air, they're just nasty. So I would sit Shaheed this week.
It's not a bad look.
You good that game or
I'm
So I mean, for the New Orleans defense, they ranked 25th in passing, and rushing they rank 8th. So I love Kirk Cousins out there.
Yeah.
Because and Mooney on the passing because it's Kirk Cousins. He's getting back to his form too, coming off that injury. You know, so and Kirk Cousins spreads the ball around too. He likes to look for his main targets. Obviously, Drake London. So if you have
London,
him,
I have London on my team. He's starting.
Yes, if you have him, start him. I like in a flex play. I like Mooney. I think they hook up for at least a touchdown today, and he gets a good chunk of yards.
I like that. I think that's a fair assessment, especially with New Orleans defense.
Yes, sir. All right.
So what's the deal with Kyle Pitts? Is he actually good, or is he just like this? I feel like he's OJ Howard 2.0.
You know what? I like that. I like that assessment of him because I was like, we were talking about that week 1. Me and John, we were saying this is Kyle's year to show something, or he's gonna be looking at a different.
Improve.
He's gonna be looking at a different team next year because that coach he was awarded him. He didn't take it. He didn't pick him himself.
Yeah.
So he got to pick it up, man. I know he had a big play last week. I wouldn't say a big game, but he had a good play. I don't know. He should be top 5 tight end, man. What's going on?
Especially with this offense they're in now.
Yeah.
This Kirk Cousins, I mean, they love using the tight end in this offense. It's a main weapon, and I'm just really surprised. I see them try to utilize him, and he drops a lot of balls, and he just isn't there in key moments. They don't really look his way when it's like clutch time. I just really think that he's one of those guys. He's a workout warrior. And he's going to show up in the measurables, but the intangibles, he just doesn't have it.
You want to know who he reminds me of a little bit? David Njoku the first couple years with Cleveland. Because David Njoku was so inconsistent, and you said workout warrior, and that just triggered me right there because that's what David was. He was a big body, big tight end, athleticism. It was off the charts.
Showed promise.
Yeah.
Lots of promise.
Lots of promise. And it's like, dude. And then everybody was shaky for at least us in Cleveland that I know of, talked to. That first couple of years, like, damn, is this guy even who we think he is?
Yeah.
And then it took him a while. He even wanted to trade out of Cleveland, and Cleveland didn't trade him. And it took him a while. And, now he's starting to, well, he's hurt now, but he's starting really, before the injury, he was starting to look good, like a top 5 tight end that you would start every week.
That's because he developed a relationship with the jugs machine finally.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, I mean, maybe Kyle Pitts can turn around. I mean, like you said, with this offense, Kirk Cousins loves his tight ends, man. And for you to be out there dropping passes, I'm still rooting for you, Kyle Pitts. I got you on my team. I'm still slotting you there. But, man, you got about 2 more weeks. Get it together, bro. Let's go.
Heard.
Let's jump into Cincinnati at Carolina, man. I'll let you go after Dante Johnson was questionable, but I did think I saw he should be able to go today. Double check me on that, Nate, but go ahead, open up.
I really like T. Higgins in this game. He had his first game of the season last week, and he played 90% of the snaps. So I feel like, just after getting the first one, I feel like he's going to get more and more targets as the year goes on. I also like Andy Dalton for the Panthers against his old Bengals team.
Okay.
That he's replaced Bryce Young, he did really well. And if you need a quarterback right now, this might be the week to just grab him for the week. I think this, I like him this week. Basically,
I would agree with you on that. I mean, he's gonna get you. He's gonna throw you maybe a touchdown. I like him just because I think it's a revenge game. But Cincinnati's passing defense, they're 8th right now, so it's like, all right. But Andy Dalton has been hot right now. He has a hot hand right now.
Looks good.
So it's like, all right, and then if Deontay Johnson can go. Again, if John was here, he would be like, "What'd you just say, Deontay Johnson?" But Deontay Johnson last week he showed me a lot. He's catching balls consistently, and he was taking off. He's fast.
He is active as of right now.
So if he catches the ball, man, he can take off. So they could have a good game, but like I said, Cincinnati's that passing defense, they're 8th, so they got to show up there. I feel like it could be a bigger run game. I feel like Zach Moss. I think he can have and he's not your, he's probably on your bench right now. He's not one of your starting main guys.
Yeah.
But this is a good game to slot him if you're looking for like if one of your backs are injured,
Yes.
I feel like Zach Moss, this would be a good game
That's
for him.
not a bad pickup.
As Carolina's rushing defense is 29th in the league right now.
So somebody's got to get the yards for the team.
Yeah. But
According to
and then Burrow, he's gonna throw the ball. He's gonna throw the ball. Carolina, what did I say? Carolina is 16th in passing. So
yeah, this would be a good time for him to get back in the mix.
Exactly. That's where I was going there. Burrow and Chase, they looked like they were getting everything back together last week.
Yeah.
So they went for 2 touchdowns together. T. Higgins might, T. Higgins might catch one today.
That's what I'm saying. He's just right in the mix of it.
Right. So it was like a get right game last week for him and Jamar Chase. It might be a get right game for him and T. Higgins this week. That's a nice little sleeper pick. I do like that. So
Deontay Johnson is expected to play according to Adam Schefter.
Thank you very much. So yeah, he's good. So hey, Deontay Johnson show up again, make me eat those words. You got anything else on this game?
Oh, I'm good. Yep.
Chuba, I will say Chuba, I like him too to get in for a touchdown this week. All right, let's go to the Rams in Chi-Town.
All right, the only thing I got is they said Keenan Allen just with the nagging injury. I have him on my team personally and have been benching him just because I just am not sure. And it's actually benefited me to not. I've had the people that I've subbed actually perform better.
Right. Him being out.
So,
yeah.
But
sure.
Just him with the injury, I want him to get healthy, get well soon. But until then, he's been sitting on my bench.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's active today, so you're basically saying you're going to keep him on your bench.
He's on my bench for the third week in a row.
All right. So, which I mean, I agree with that. So, a lot of people don't come back off of injuries and then they come and perform super well.
Yes.
And so it's like, all right, this might be still a game. It's like, all right, I'm gonna keep you on the bench. Yep. And then you have to prove the work and earn the spot off the bench into my lineup. So I like you there. Yep. The Rams defense, I hate them. I hate them right now. They rank 31st in rushing, and then their passing is also in the bottom tier of the league. It's hard because Matthews, which I mean, they surprisingly did beat San Fran last week.
Yeah,
but that's that magic from Matthew Stafford. That's it's Matthew.
No, it's Matthew Stafford.
It's Matthew Stafford. He gets that ball. He spreads the ball a lot. So it's just I don't know which guy to go with for if you got a passing receiver or whatever from the Rams. I don't know who you would want to pick there because you can go Johnson. You can go Tyler Johnson. Atwell actually caught the most balls from Matthew Stafford last week. He caught 4. He was the top with 4, and then I think Parkinson was next with 3. So I mean, it's a crapshoot if you're looking for somebody. Maybe go that. I don't. Chicago's defense is incredible though. I mean, it's just like they're passing. They're hold on, sorry, I'm getting mixed up on my things here. The Chicago's defense ranks 18th in pass. And then 7th in pass, and then I'm all mixed up here. Listen, Chicago's defense is really good. I think I would, if I need a defense to play this week, I'm going Chicago's defense. Because Matthew Stafford, the only good thing about the Rams is they're gonna have to spread. They're gonna have to throw it.
Yeah,
they will have to throw the ball today. I don't like Williams on the ground. If you like Williams catching the ball out of the backfield, I go there.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford might throw for 250 just because he has to. He will. They can't. They're not going to be able to run the ball at all on Chicago, so they're going to have to throw the ball.
No, that's a great point. I looked at the matchups and the weapons for this game, in the process of the analysis, and I didn't like any one I didn't see anything that stood out to me as far as wanting to take a chance on it and put my name on it, basically. So I can see where you're saying that overall.
You good on that game?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You got anything, Nate?
I'm all good on that one.
All right. Minnesota at Green Bay. Jordan Atkinson's active. His first game. Let's go.
Yeah. Jordan Love is questionable.
Yes. But I think he's going to go.
He is good to go.
I think he said he's good to go. So
the only thing I have for this game was to pass on Emmanuel Wilson as a running back in this game. I wouldn't pick him up this week, or I wouldn't start him if you're like in some situations. I don't like the matchup for him against Minnesota. I wouldn't be going with him.
Okay. Both passing defenses are bottom tier of the league. So you can look for Darnold to keep going. And, does his resurgence keep continuing to go. Is Sam Darnold here to stay with Minnesota?
It's been blowing my mind, like what? But is he? We'll find out. We're gonna find out.
I think with Jordan Addison being active, that's a big help for him. I think both teams are gonna pass the ball off if Love is back. So if Love is back and he plays today, I like Reed. I love him.
Yeah,
Jalen Reed.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's I don't think he's slacking, but with Love and Malik Willis, two different style quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So Love's going to find off target. So like if Love plays, I like Dobbs. I like Dobbs to get in the end zone today because he finds other guys other than just Christian Watson. You know what I'm saying? And Malik Willis is more of a run guy. It's more of a RPO with him and Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
So if he's not active, I love Josh Jacobs. He's been tearing it up this year, dude.
No, he's a great athlete. Every time I've ever seen the guy on the field, he's doing something awesome.
Yeah,
no, I'm with you.
I think a lot of people are sleeping on him right now, but for real, that's only been Green Bay's offense. I mean, Malik Willis doing that, and so if Malik Willis plays, I love Jacobs, but if he Loves back today, I like their receivers. I like Reed and I like Dobbs. Christian Watson, obviously, but I like Dobbs as a sleeper pick.
That is a great sleeper pick.
And then Jefferson's he's gonna be a stud. It is what it is.
That's
like I said. I think Addison. If you're looking for like a deep league, play, that Addison might be his first game to put him in, slot him in.
Not a bad look there either.
You good?
Yep.
Let's jump into the Jacksonville-Houston game.
All right. In this one, I liked Cam Akers with Mixon and Pierce being banged up. Akers had a TD last week, and I think you're going to see more touches from him. I think he's got another shot to get some points for your fantasy team. And then also, I do like Trevor Lawrence in this game. As far as this matchup,
you like T-Law?
If you're looking to pick up somebody and you're weighing options, it might not be bad. Now, obviously, he wouldn't be my starter. He's not my starter on my teams. But if you're in a situation, he might be someone to look at.
I don't. Jacksonville is another team that they got to prove it for me to pick anybody off their team other than their running back ENT. So I'm not. I'm not sold on him. Everybody's perspective is different. I could be wrong. I've been wrong, and I will continue to be wrong. But I don't. He's got to show me something. I feel like he probably will throw for like 225, just because again he's probably gonna have to.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis is active. That's gonna give him help. Maybe he starts spitting the ball out a little bit. Joe Mixon is out. He is out of this game. Tank Dell is out of this game. They have Joe Mixon that's questionable right now, but Sheffer did say, or not Sheffer, the other guy. Rappaport. He said he was probably Mixon is out today. I
will say for Jacksonville, losing Evan Ingram really did cripple that
offense completely.
I mean, they don't have a tight end threat at all.
Nope.
And it's really, you've seen how, guys, Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas Jr., they can't get open on the outside because there's so much extra coverage. They're keeping those safeties too deep, and there's just nothing for Trevor Lawrence down deep. Everything's got to be underneath for him, and that's not really his specialty. That's not his game. He wants to get the ball down the field. He wants to stretch the seam especially. So I feel like them losing Evan Ingram, they went and got him for a reason. So like, I really feel like that's a big loss for them. But it still is not excusable for what you're seeing.
Yeah, it just looks like a team that's quitting, bro.
Man, Brian Thomas Jr. is a talent. I'd love to see him on a good team because that dude would be already all over highlights everywhere.
Bro, he would be looking like Malik Neighbors. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised Malik Neighbors look like that with the Giants because Donnie, what's his name? Donnie Dimes or
Danny Dimes.
Daniel Jones. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still shocked. Daniel Jones is. We'll get to that.
As far as Jacksonville's defense, their starting linebackers out. Their other linebackers questionable. Like I said, Joe Mixon I saw he's out. Tank Dell's out. So as a backup plan for a running back, Cam Akers, I think is huge right here, man. I think C.J. Stroud, He should connect with his receivers first half of the game, get Jacksonville out of here early, and they should just have to run the ball. And I think Cam Akers, he was big last week. I think he's gonna have another big game. Listen, Cam Akers he was a good running back for the Rams.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a believer since then.
Yeah, so I love Cam Akers is probably my biggest sleeper. If you're looking for a running back and he's on your bench right now, this is the game that it's like, all right, I can take a chance here. You know, so I would love to slot him there.
And I do like Stroud too, like in this game. I just didn't. It goes without saying.
Yeah, I think this is a get back game because he had a bad game last week. Well, as fantasy purposes wise, I don't even think he hit double digits. You know, I think he was under double digits.
I can't remember the exact, but yeah.
I think this is a get right game for him. Like I said, I don't like Jacksonville at all. So they gotta show me and make me eat some words as well. I'm gonna let you handle this one real quick. I gotta go check on something.
No, you're good.
But Pittsburgh and Indy.
I do not like Anthony Richardson at QB. I just don't think he has a good day today against that Steeler defense. I think it's all bad news. Bad news for him. I do like Justin Fields, and I do like his receiver George Pickens. I think that Pickens has a good day as being a secondary receiver for the Steelers, and I just think this is going to be all Steelers are going to roll, and if you have their defense, which I do, you're going to have a good day today.
So you think the Steelers are the play today in this one?
Oh yeah, all the way. What you got?
I really thought Anthony Richardson was going to have more of a breakout year this year.
Yes,
and he's been limited. Teams are really kind of keying on him and making him be more of a passing threat. They want to see him throw the ball.
They're
exactly limiting his opportunities outside the pocket. They're trying to keep him inside the pocket, make him a pocket passer. And you're seeing he's still limited in his reads. His reads are just not there yet. And as a young player, you're seeing it's not exactly, you can't just come into this league and just live off of talent. Sometimes you got to learn how to read a defense. And I mean, you're seeing some of these young quarterbacks really come into the league and struggle because the college game is set up for one read and take off, or one read, two read, take off, you know, and in the pro game, they want you to work through your progressions, keep your eyes downfield. A lot of these guys just don't have that in their mechanics yet. It's just not in their mentality. So I really thought Anthony Richardson was going to take that next step this year, but I think that injury really it stalled his progression last year.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree completely with that. And sorry about that. Had to check on something. But Anthony Richardson, John, he loved him. After week 1, he saw a pass and he was just like, that's the guy. I think he's got time. He's got a long way to go. He's got to get things together. Have you guys talked about Justin Fields?
Yeah, I do like him for the game.
Yeah,
and Pickens.
So it's just, dude, I don't know. It's the Mike Tomlin special right now going on.
Yeah.
They're undefeated right now with what at quarterback that we think. But Justin Fields, he's literally getting better every week.
I agree.
He is getting better every week. Last week, he threw for over 200 yards, dude. And then we all thought, well, myself, I thought this was just going to be a running offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, credit to them. They switched it up last week because they had to. They running the offense wasn't giving them anything.
Yeah.
Najee Harris was literally giving them nothing.
Stop.
Nothing. So, they switched it up and they let Fields throw it out a little bit. And I think, like I said, it keeps getting better and better. Indy's defense, 21 in passing. Dead lasting passing. So I think Justin Fields can have another big game. Sleeper tight end, Fairmouth.
That's not a bad pick either.
Okay. I think he gets a touchdown today. I think they link up for a touchdown.
Nice.
Anything else on this game?
No, that's what all I had was just I think Pickens will have a good game.
Oh yeah, Pickens. Yeah, he could. Has he had a big one yet?
No, nothing. No, he's had it. I know he's getting increasing targets.
Okay. You think this can be like the big breakout one?
I do think so.
Okay. I would agree with that. I mean, like if it's a team to do it on, it's Indies right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on.
Yep. So I agree with you on there. Next game, we got
my question, real quick.
Yep.
Do the Steelers take the training wheels off of Justin Fields this week? That's my question.
Why not?
That's a great question.
This is the team to do it, and like I said,
yeah.
He's keep getting.
Yeah.
My bad for cutting you off.
No, but that's you're right. That's what I was agreeing to your point. Yeah, that answers it.
They like I said, I feel like they are like letting them live a little bit more as each game goes. So I think this is another game that is like he might even throw for 300 yards if
Whoa,
if he has to, I don't know. Hey, I love Justin Fields.
I'm hoping for 250 in a rushing.
Hang on a second.
I love Justin Fields. All day I love Justin Fields. I don't like the team he's playing for right now, but I was always a Justin Fields believer, man. And now that he's got a defense that really, well, Chicago did have a defense, but I just think they're doing it right over there. And I hate to say it, but right now, it was step by step. We run. But if we don't have to, we love letting Justin Fields live a little bit. And Indy's passing defense is so bad right now. So, and if it's a get right game for him and George Pickens,
let's hope.
Hey, it could be somewhere north of 300. I mean, north of 250, bro.
Honestly, I really like Justin Fields. I always have. I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft that he was drafted in.
Yes.
And I really thought that Chicago did him dirty.
So dirty.
With the way they treated him, the way that unceremonious exit, like just everything about how they treated that dude while he was there never really sat right with me. Especially, look what they did to Caleb. As soon as he got there, they go get him all these targets.
That's what I was just about to say. I was waiting for you to finish.
Fields never had anything like that to throw to. Give him DJ Moore last year, but that's the only target. They triple teamed him all year.
Man, bro, listen, you're on the money. You're on fire, Nate. Keep it going. I'm so behind you on that.
Just look at the offensive line. Like DeAndre Swift is averaging less than 2 yards per carry this year. And he's averaged over 4.5 yards a carry every other season in his career. What does that tell you? That tells you that offensive line is trash. Their offensive system is trash.
Needs help, bro.
How can Justin Fields take the blame for that?
And that's how he probably feels right now and sitting back and he's chilling.
He's smiling in Pittsburgh right now.
He's 3-0, man.
He's in the best situation he could have possibly been in.
Man.
And I hate it.
Hate it so much.
Hate
it so much.
It's almost like watching Minka go to Pittsburgh. I hated that. I hated that because I loved Minka coming out. I wanted the Browns to draft him. And then he goes to Pittsburgh and I want to throw up in my mouth.
Yeah, dude. And and Pittsburgh always get a good Ohio State player. So
I know.
Man, it's just,
Santonio Holmes.
Bro.
Oh my God, I hated it.
Shazier. Before Shazier happened, Shazier, I was like, he's going to be the best linebacker in the league and we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so back to this. Denver at the Jets. I think there's no injuries on that. I think we should be good there.
Yep.
Denver's rushing defense is 22nd. Their passing defense, which surprised me looking at this.
Yep.
They're top 2 in passing defense.
See, that I'm actually the only thing I had for this was if you're thinking about starting Cortland Sutton, do not. Because for that reason right there.
Well, Denver's passing defense.
Never mind. I was thinking the Jets. Yeah, well, never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, Denver's passing defense is top 2, which I was very surprised about. So, all
right, so that's the top 4.
Sorry.
I see.
Which, exactly.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yep.
Jets passing defense top 4. So, don't start Sutton, like you said. That is a good one. But is Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers not going to link up today? Like, this is scary here.
Dude, I would hope to see that. That's one of my favorite combos right now in the NFL. Big Garrett Wilson fan.
Yeah, me too, man. I would love to see it going. But if they can't link up, you already know who they go to.
Yep, Breece
Hall. But Allen's been getting a lot of rep too. His backup, he's been getting some play, man. So if you deep leagues, if you have them and you're looking like I got nothing else to do, it's between him and somebody else. Right now, I would say Allen because I don't know who that somebody else would be.
For sure, depending.
But pretty much what I'm saying, he's a good sleeper pick. Hey guys, and sorry to interrupt. Send those questions in, man. I need some questions to answer. So you got some questions about your lineups today. Keep them coming in. I meant to say that earlier. So send those things in. We love those questions, man. Anybody you don't like in this game? You said Curtin Sutton.
Other than that, that's him.
Who do you love?
No one in particular, man. When I was looking at this, but Hall, but like that's I feel like almost a gimme. Sometimes I try to not to waste people's time with
Right.
some of the ones.
Nah, I feel
Speaking
you.
of questions, did you guys see this one here?
No.
On YouTube, we had a question from Ayush. I don't know even how to say this. Ayush Dij. Do I start the Raiders, Saints, Lions, or Eagles defense?
Raiders, no. Okay, and I mean I'm a Browns fan, so I'm definitely not gonna start the Raiders defense. But Max Crosby is out this week. And everything else on the Raiders defense has been horrible. So I would count the Raiders defense out. You said who was the other ones?
Saints, Lions, Eagles.
Saints, Lions, Eagles. Eagles got Tampa Bay. Unfortunately, Baker's been lighting things up.
Yeah.
So
My first instinct was the Lions.
who's they got? You know who they got.
Crap. It's the Monday night game. I got it right
I didn't
here.
update. I didn't update.
The
it.
Titans.
The Titans. Oh yeah, I'll take the Lions.
There you go.
I would take the Lions. Yes, for
Ding,
sure.
ding, 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 ding.
I don't think. I think Will Levis, head coach, doesn't even like him.
Will
I
love
mean,
us to turn it over.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
he's calling them out in interviews, thinking which hey, he's a grown man, like he said, he should be able to take it. But so I don't like Tennessee's offense right now. They got to get things together. I don't think Will Levis is that guy. So yeah, we both agree. All three of us agree on Detroit.
Yeah.
I would say yes. Yes.
All right.
Detroit.
Good
Another
question.
question here. Same guy. Braylon Allen, Christian Kirk, or Keon Coleman in the flex? I'm going to say no on Braylon Allen.
Yeah, that was not. It would be.
He's not a
you-
starter.
Get down to the other two.
Yeah, because you got starters.
Who were the two? Other two?
Keon Coleman or
Keenum,
Christian Kirk?
Christian Kirk.
I would say Coleman.
I was thinking Coleman too.
Yeah.
I
Just because
like
he's
I s-
closer to a 1 than Kirk is.
Yes.
Yeah, and well, Kirk is the number one over there, but it's
It
just
don't seem like
it's
it.
Jacksonville, bro. Like I said, that's just you got to prove it to me, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At least Keon Coleman's got somebody to throw him the ball that
right,
is
and then
consistent.
he got in his first touchdown last week, right?
Yeah.
yeah, against Jacksonville. Yeah, so yeah, good question. We all agree on Coleman.
Yes.
all three of us for
I
sure.
would say.
And then last one here comes from someone in the studio here. Cole Kmet versus the Rams or Sam Laporta versus Seattle
Cole Kmet versus the Rams.
from our live studio audience.
Cole Kmet versus the Rams, or who's Sam Laporta versus
Seattle.
Cole Kmet, man.
I would
Oh, the
say
Lions
so
play
too, with
Seattle,
Laporta
not
being
the
a little banged
Titans.
up.
Yeah, Lions play Seattle,
Yep.
not the Titans.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yes, it's the.
It's still the Lions versus
Yeah,
Seattle.
Yeah.
My bad, my bad. Yep.
I do like Geno though, so we gotta watch that there. But
Oh yeah, my bad. I
But that
looked at the wrong
Lions
one.
D
Yeah, it
is
Lions,
nasty
yeah.
though.
yeah.
5 sacks from your
Yeah,
boy
and then
last week.
like I was telling John, their DBs are insane right now. We're talking about Detroit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we still stick with
But
Detroit.
Cole Kmet versus
Yeah, I
the
would-
Rams
yeah,
or Sam
no, I still
Laporta
would.
versus Seattle. I'm saying Laporta. I mean, that's pretty much
Really?
yeah.
Like, I gotta go see. This is the first one we gotta
I
disagree
love
with.
Sam
Okay.
Laporta as a Lions fan, but as far as starting for that, I watched the injury. I saw he was a little banged up. I would have reservations. Without that though, I would take Laporta any day, all day.
I say he's one of those guys where if he's starting, they're going to feed him.
Yeah, well, he definitely will be thrown the ball.
If he's going to play, they're
Goff,
going to feed him.
yeah,
They're not going to have him out there as a decoy.
That's
No,
a
no,
great
no, no.
point. Yeah, he's going to be getting the ball.
But this defense for the Rams, man, I ain't gelling it.
I
So,
just feel like with Keenan
Kmet.
Allen coming back, they're gonna try to spread the ball to these wide receivers. You got a lot of mouths to feed with, you got Roma Dunze, you got Keenan Allen, you got DJ Moore.
They did
These guys
link
are
up
all
last week.
chirping
That's
in
a
the
good
huddle,
point.
saying,
They
"Hey,
did
I'm
link
open,
up.
I'm open."
I like Komet. You
You
guys,
like Komet? All
it's
right.
2 against 1. So
Okay.
you choose who you want to go with.
Yeah,
But I did get outvoted there. So they went with Laporta. I went with.
I do like
Komet.
Komet, though.
I do. I
He's
like Komet
solid.
today. I used to love
to-
Komet.
I agree
period.
with you
And-
today.
but I love over that. Yeah, I like Komet today for sure.
all right.
That's it for the questions.
That's
All
it for the
right.
questions.
Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. So next game we Philly at Tampa Bay.
Eagles, Bucks.
Yeah. So both rushing defenses are bottom tier. Passing, Philly ranks 17th. Tampa Bay ranks 24th. Obviously, Barkley. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
especially with those numbers, your rushing defense is bottom tier. you're gonna get a heavy dose of Barkley. I'm sure he still feels bad about dropping that pass. They could have won that game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's obvious. Barkley, Jalen Hurts might even get some. Might get a rushing touchdown this week as well with this rushing defense.
Yeah, if anyone was going to get a rushing touchdown this week, I'd probably say have a quarterback that'd be put the money on.
You like anybody from Tampa Bay?
No.
Not explain
today.
Why.
Not today.
Talk to me, baby.
I'll tell you who I do like, though.
Okay.
On the Phillies side, I like receiver Johnny Wilson and their tight end Dallas Goedert with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith's kind of injury situations, everything. I think that they're going to be the ones that are going to be getting those extra touches, targeted catches and targets.
I do like you said Goddard, right?
Yeah.
I do like Goddard. Yep. I think they can. They've been picking it up. They've been picking up steam a little bit.
Yes, he's had a career day last week.
Yeah, it took them a while to start it, but they started picking it up. Dallas Goedert should be probably about top 10 fantasy tight end.
I'd bet this week. Yep.
Yeah, so we're good there. As far as I like it. I hate to say it, but Baker's been tearing it up. He had one bad game.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's been tearing things up. Let's see. I mean, this is a good proving game for him too. This is Philly. Philly defense,
that's a good point because
he's at home.
He can lose all of the momentum and stuff. Yeah, this is a very important game.
Make me eat those words again. And then so we're good on that game. I gotta look at these notes are wrong now. Let's look at the other games. Ooh, sorry guys.
So.
Washington at Arizona. This is going into our 4:00 games.
Yep.
So our first 4:05 game, we got Washington at Arizona. Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. have been tearing it up after week 1.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Murray last week.
Who you like?
I like his tight end Elijah Higgins for this game.
Okay.
With Trey McBride's concussion protocol, I think he's going to get some extra touches.
Okay. All right. Washington, man, in my notes here, Daniels, man, he's been showing he's special, bro.
Yeah, and he is a special player.
What they did to Cincinnati, bro.
I caught the end.
Yeah, and like I told y'all, Scary Terry, it was coming, guys. It was coming, dude. It was coming. This is probably the best quarterback that Terry McLaurin has had since he's been in the NFL. And it's early. I know I'm saying that, but what do I have to? Yeah, who do I have to compare it to?
Some of you saying that right now.
So if they can keep things going, man, Scary Terry is a good pick. As far as their let's look at their passing defense here. I want to look at both passing defenses real quick. Hey, so you guys get to see me actually doing my research live. Yep. All right, so Arizona ranks 15th in passing defense, and then Washington, where are they? Oh, they rank 31 in passing defense here.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, easy, easy. Marvin Harrison Jr. He should have a big day. Him and Kyler should link up again, at least for another tutty. I'll agree with you on that.
I do like the tight end, though. Higgins, Elijah Higgins.
I was just about to say that is a good sleeper pick there. For Washington, what did I say? Let's check the rushing defenses real quick before I break that down. So we got Washington's 18th in rushing defense, and Arizona is 20th. So
middle of the pack, a little below average.
Brian Robinson Jr. He's been pretty consistent here.
No, he's excellent.
Eckler's out though. That's huge for them. So I would take a stab at starting Brian Robinson Jr.
I would.
I just like the direction that Washington is going right now.
He's in my DFS.
Is he? Okay, good. Yeah, see, he's not in mine, but I like that. I like that. I just like the direction Washington is going right now. I like Daniels. If he can keep going, start sliding a little bit more, don't have to take so many hits. But he's a baller, man. He's a baller. Going in Cincinnati, going in the jungle, and tearing it up like he did. It was very impressive for me. Very, very impressive for me.
I would agree. I was impressed with myself at the end.
got anything else in that game?
Not on this one.
All right.
Where we at?
We are at 405.
Trying to update you up here.
You're good. Patriots at San Francisco.
Yep.
Okay. The only thing I had for the Patriots San Francisco game was I am off of Juwan Jennings for the game. Coming off a career game though, but it's just a bad matchup for him in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. Christian Gonzalez. I mean,
Yeah.
which he might play more on to Brandon Ayuk, so maybe. New England's rushing defense is ranked. Where are they? Oh, they're 5. They're way at the top here. So, yeah, their rushing defense is ranked 5. So maybe not a good day for Stevenson again.
No, yeah, no.
You know, I think he had a bad week last week. So guys, I don't know. Maybe look for a backup here. Like I told you guys last week, maybe start Cam Akers over this guy.
Yep.
As far as San Francisco's rush defense, they're 9. So
yeah, it's a bad day. Rushing.
Sorry, that's for. It might be a bad day for Jordan Mason, and Stevenson if you're looking into it.
Oh, I would agree.
Yeah. So news. I don't know if you saw it. Christian McCaffrey. He would. Earliest he could return is November.
Week 6, yep.
Yeah, it's in November. So, hey, if you got Jordan Mason, maybe not. Maybe these are the 2 running backs you can give him a break this week. Because I do not like him with those rush defenses. Both of them are top 10. So, passing. Let's break that down here.
What do you guys think about this spread? San Francisco favored by 10.5 in this one.
Oh, I would be taking.
I would take the Pats.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wow,
that's easy money in my opinion for this game.
I mean, with the 49ers being banged up, wow.
Yeah.
Right now, Moneyline has 75% of the bets on Patriots right now.
Oh yeah. Debo, I did see Debo and their left tackle is likely to play, so that'll give San Fran a bump.
Some targets.
Yeah,
big Trent Williams.
Yeah, Trent Williams, big Trent.
Good Lord.
Mean Trent Williams. Passing offense, New England is they're 27th. So we're talking about it might not be good matches, but they're still giving up. I mean, a bunch of yards. I mean, their average to giving up yards 244.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's more than I'd be willing to give up.
Yeah, especially for like in the beginning of the year, all the quarterback play has not been great. A lot of guys have not been throwing over 200 yards. So, I mean, Christian Gonzalez, he's a dog, but he can't cover everybody, so.
Yeah, he's, somebody's going to show him. Somebody's got to get some catches.
Yep. And then San Fran's passing offense, they're 20th, which surprises me that they're ranked that low. I don't know what New England's going to do at quarterback this week.
Yeah, I'm clueless too. That's what, I mean, aside from that, I would feel like they would pummel them, the Niners, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Looking at the analysis that I've been looking at, if not for that.
Yeah. If they might go out with Drake May, because they benched Jacoby last week for Drake May.
Yeah.
I think that was more of the situation that they were in. I like Jacoby to keep playing. I don't know anything about Drake May, guys. I don't. Yeah. I don't like.
Drake May basically came in and handed the ball off 4 times.
Yeah.
Like it was like close out here. You go ahead, go in there, get some snaps.
Yeah, I don't like Stevenson this week either. So I'm pretty much staying away from the Pats offense. 49ers. I might sit Jordan Mason if I got a decent enough option to go another way, just because the Pats they're top 10 in rushing defense. You got anything else on there?
Nope.
Big one here. Chief at the Chargers. AFC West's play. They said what's his name? Justin, the quarterback, bro. Herbert. Yeah, Justin Herbert. He is good to go, I believe. He's either good to go or he's going to try to play. So who you liking in this game?
Actually, I have more of someone I don't like. So
okay.
If you are having running back issues, don't. Gus Edwards will not be a guy to be going for today. I know he doesn't get much touches, isn't the main guy anyways, but I was looking around myself for a running back and reviewed him and was like, this is not his day. So I do like Kelsey. I said that a couple weeks ago and got burnt on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like eventually it's gonna. Fucking,
Yeah, I was about to say
like,
eventually Kelsey's gonna have a big day, and then they were talking about it early anyways. And usually when it's a talked about issue,
yeah,
they come out and solve the issue in the NFL.
Eventually,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, so they're like, oh, what's going on with Trevor Kelsey? Is he not top 5? Patrick Mahomes will make sure that him and Travis Kelsey get it right on. I think this could be the game for it. Maybe not. I don't know, because the Chargers, they're top 10 and they are 10. They're 10th in passing defense.
No, for sure.
You know, old khaki pants there. You know, he prides himself on defense and running the ball. So.
Mahomes is Mahomes, though. That's what I'm banking on with the Kelsey thing.
That's very true. And that this would be their first game against them, so they could drop in those rankings after.
You know
this
what?
game.
I'm gonna watch that one today.
That's a good one.
In that time slot.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, that's the one. That's probably the game in that whole time slot to watch, especially if Justin Herbert plays. Kansas City passing offense is ranked, 28th.
Really?
Yeah. So if Justin Herbert plays today, guys, I like Quentin Johnson. I like him. I think they've been getting their chemistry together where it's like, all right, I'm making you my number one guy because I don't have a number one guy yet.
For sure.
You know, this is they hooked up 2 weeks ago for 2 touchdowns. And then Quentin Johnson still got another touchdown without Herbert, I believe, the following week. So Quentin Johnson is, you know, he's proven his case to be a number one receiver.
Agreed.
You know, so it's either your top 2. He's a good flex play. I would have to see who else I had on my roster to see what I like better. But I do like Quentin Johnson if Justin Herbert is playing. I guess I like him if he doesn't play as well. So
nice.
Anything you're good there then?
Yep.
And then the big one. Cleveland Dogs in Las Vegas. Let's go, baby. This is our game. Well, my game. Me and Nate's game. Guys, we got it. Listen. I love my Browns, man. They are just looking so bad.
Yes. I wasn't going to say it.
They are looking so bad. It's hard to love them right now. It's easy to root against them right now.
Javelle, we haven't seen an offense this bad since, well,
0-16,
since
bro.
ever.
No,
even that
0-16,
year,
1-15, bro.
the offense would put up points. The defense could not stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
This year, this offense is pathetic. It's the worst offense since before they came back.
And it's everybody's fault. It's everybody's. The offensive line, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson can't read a play. Can't read plays right now. He's not confident enough to read plays. I won't say he can't. He's just not confident enough to read them right now. He's seeing ghosts back there. He's getting rushed. He had 8 sacks last week?
Ooh.
Well, yeah, who they play?
He's the most sacked quarterback in the league by a wide margin.
Yeah, it was just like, come on, dude. So this is a game that they should win, but they should have won last week as well. So I don't want to say that. I don't against the Giants. The Giants, like I said, they had 8 sacks. 8 different people was rewarded with a sack or a half a sack against Deshaun Watson last year.
Dang.
This offensive line is struggling, and I think they are missing a lot of guys again this week. But the big but, I am a Browns fan, so I have faith. Max Crosby is not playing. This Raiders passing defense, I was just looking at it.
Javelle, the one thing that really just kind of never really sat right with me is, they ran Alex Van Pelt out of town.
Yeah.
And they revamped this offense, and it was supposed to be to fit Deshaun Watson's strengths, right?
Right.
Yep.
Why is Kevin Stefanski still calling plays for an offense that he has no idea how to call plays for?
Because
it's painfully obvious that this guy is playing Madden right now with an offense that he has never played with before.
Oh, for sure.
You've done that before, right? You played Madden and tried out a new offense, and you're like, I just shit down my leg with that game. That was awful. That's what it feels like every time we watch this. It's like Deshaun had no practice in the offseason.
Nobody
recovering
did.
from the shoulder injury. They kept him in bubble wrap the entire preseason and offseason, and he never got any reps with the starters, never got real reps like against real time ones.
Yeah, bro.
it's
then your
painfully
offensive
obvious.
line is not your top 5 offensive line this year. I mean, you got Jed Wills hurt in and out. I mean, he tried to play and then he got hurt again, and he just wasn't giving you 100%. Jack Conklin is Jack Conklin. You know, he's always hurt.
At what point do we point the finger at the guy who's filling the cupboards? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, at what point do we say, how do you expect to go into this season with 4 tackles who never stay healthy?
And he done
Seriously,
bro. And he's done this before, dude. He waits and he sees and he prioritizes one position over another, and it's like you gotta kind of balance it out here. You knew what you were going in with on this offensive line.
Yeah,
you knew you needed to bring other people in other than Fetty or Fetty and.
Well, he wasn't even dressed last week. Why? Why was the guy not dressed?
I mean, that's tough. I mean, I'm not in his position. I mean, he had 8 active offensive linemen. I mean, you probably should have had an extra one just because you knew what was going on with your offensive line. But when you have Jack Conklin and Jed Wills both active, you might want to try to find another active player in a different area just to back you up on some other spots, though. It's just a tough call.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's
that's
a tough
sad.
Call. It's a tough call. So
I'm sorry, but that's sad. This is professional football. We should be at least expecting our guys to be able to play a full game, or at least be able to play a few games in a row.
53, man.
It's just I can't remember the last time this offensive line went a 5-game stretch with having the same 5 guys on the field.
Oh yeah, dude. It's hard right now. I do think this is they could get this game right, bro. Oakland's defense is ranked 24th, I believe. I just looked at it, and I think this is a game that Washington can pass for over 200 yards.
That's a low bar if I've ever heard a low bar, man.
How many, dude? I just told you the quarterback play is so bad.
It's putrid.
Year.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
so bad.
We are lowering the bar for this dude. Like
you got
talking about a guy who passed for 5,000 yards.
You're not gonna get 2020 Deshaun Watson anymore. Okay, so
I know.
you gotta let that go.
I know that.
So all right, let it go. So now we got to figure out what can we do with this team so we don't suck. You gotta manage the guy, or you gotta protect him. You gotta protect the guy.
You know what you do?
What?
You get rid of Ken Dorsey right now. You rip the Band-Aid off right now. Put Kevin Stefanski's offense back in. Put him under center. Run some bootlegs.
Yes.
Run some play
Kevin
action.
Stefanski was
Get him some open
Dorsey.
throws.
I think Kevin Stefanski was forced Dorsey. I don't think he ever wanted to let go of Van Pelt. I think.
Well, and I think Stefanski
management.
He's guilty of sabotage sometimes within his own team.
Jeez.
He's got comfort. He's got a little bit of comfortability. He did this with Baker Mayfield towards the end of his run where he just started calling weird plays. And we're like, why is he calling this play? And it seemed like he's just purposefully trying to sabotage this dude. Doesn't it seem like sometimes he's doing this to Deshaun where he's putting him in a situation where he's like, look, you got to read the field. You got to read your options. And Deshaun's like, I don't know what an option is. I don't know how to read a field. Like, I'm just saying.
It's hard, bro. It is hard. I feel your pain, man. Like I said,
I'm sorry.
I don't think everybody's on the same page there. I think Dorsey was forced because somebody upstairs said, hey, we got to bring somebody in that can make this offense look more of like an offense for Deshaun Watson because
100%.
somebody upstairs believes that 2020 Watson is still there. Because I think Kevin Stefanski, every head coach in the NFL has an ego. He don't like that. He was never giving up play calling, bro. Kevin Stefanski just got 2 coaches of the year. Why would he ever give up play calling? You've seen what he done with a Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Like Baker Mayfield, he's a good quarterback. Baker Mayfield is a franchise quarterback.
You see what he's done with a bunch of backups.
Exactly.
His whole coaching career.
Exactly. Kirk Cousins. Look what he did with Kirk Cousins. Boom.
Look what he did with Case Keenum.
I was just about to say that. Look what he did with Case Keenum. He
Joe
makes
Flacco.
all these less talented quarterbacks look well. You know what I'm saying? So we need to figure out how we can make Deshaun Watson look well because he is a less talented quarterback right now. So we need to go back to that type of offense. And until we do, it's going to look like that. But I think this is a get-right game. I think this is more of a home game that for us as the Browns fans than Oakland or Vegas fans because I've been seeing videos and everything, 3 flights just full of Cleveland Browns fans. It's going to be like a convention center down there. I think that Deshaun Watson get his stuff together for this game. I mean, all right, bad game in Dallas.
Yep.
Okay game in Jacksonville. Horrible game in New York. You don't know what you're going to get this week, but hopefully if that pattern stays, we could get an okay game from him, and we can walk away with a dub. So I for fantasy purposes, Coop. I think Coop
That's
showed up.
exactly where that's who I like. I like somebody's got to catch the ball.
Yes.
For them. And then I actually like on the other side, I like Jacoby Myers too. I think both of them, it's a very similar situation.
Because Gardner Minshew's throwing the ball.
It's a very similar situation for both of them as far as somebody's got to catch the ball from in this game.
Mm-hmm.
They're the number one receivers. They're both excellent players. But I just feel like both of those players, the both number one receivers, are going to have great days today.
Yeah. And Minshew, when he played for Indy, he did tear the Browns' number one defense at the time. He teared them up.
Yep.
And he almost lost that game if it wasn't not for the defensive player of the year last year doing what defensive player of the year stuff he does.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett won us that game last year. So tough game. I think it's a good passing game. I think there's going to be a lot of through the air. Hopefully Cleveland tries to run the ball a little bit. As a Browns fan, if they don't, then just get the win. I
think a sleeper today would be Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I would go with you there. I think him and Watson. I think their chemistry is better than him and Coop's chemistry right now.
That was when I was looking. I was really looking at that one. I just wasn't sure.
Well, Coop was holding out for some of training camp too.
Yeah, he was.
If you remember. So the only time he was really getting reps was during practice, and he was holding out of practice for a while, getting his contract right. So that might have something to do with it.
He didn't practice a lot once he came back either. He was going through an injury. So
yeah, so
it's once they can figure their stuff out and get rolling, I think we'd be all right. But we've had enough of that, right?
That's right.
That's 100%. How we feel.
100%.
So we can get into that. We can really get into that. But Sunday night football.
Yep.
We got Buffalo Bills on the docket versus Baltimore. This could be a good game, bro. This is gonna be a good game. I think the Ravens are getting things together, even though they almost dropped the ball to Dallas, but whatever. They held tight. It's a bunch of garbage time. You kind of let off the paddle once you're seeing how far up you are.
Yes.
And as we look up here on the TV, Mark Andrews is on there. And I think I was just gonna say this is the game Mark Andrews comes back alive. I like Mark Andrews this game a lot against Buffalo. It's like I think it's like I said, it's the talk points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's, Mark Andrews, where's Mark Andrews? I don't blah 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 blah. Lamar Jackson's gonna find Mark Andrews, bro.
Yeah.
It's these. I won't say these first couple games are like preseason games, but it takes these offenses time to gel because they don't play in the preseason.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Kansas City played in the preseason, and that's why they came out humming. All these other guys, they're not playing. This is their preseason. I hate to say it because these games count, and everybody can lose jobs over this and everything. But in their heads, this is, all right, we got it. We can afford to lose some of these early games.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But we just got to start getting things going. I think Mark Andrews gets his stuff together this week. I like Mark Andrews as a sleeper tight end.
The only thing I got for this game is Khalil Shakur. One of Josh Allen's favorite targets, and his role seems to be like expanding within their offense. Like he's going to get more touches, get more reps. So I feel like if you weren't starting before, or if if he's in, I feel like he's a good start this week.
Yeah. I think Josh Allen goes crazy again. I mean, he's playing so well and so clean right now. It's just he looks good. I mean, talking about Dorsey, ever since they got rid of Dorsey, is because I think they run the ball more now with James Cook, so that takes so much pressure off of Josh Allen that he doesn't have to use his legs. Like, dude, watching that game when they played Jacksonville, it was just like, dude, this is like they shouldn't even be on the field together. Like Buffalo looked that good and Jacksonville looked so bad. It's just Josh Allen, he's a beast, man. But that's a good sleeper.
Yeah,
Shakir. I think he's gonna have to throw the ball. I think this game's gonna be a lot closer than both their last games at the Ravens and Buffalo's last games.
Yeah,
I think this is gonna.
Yeah, I agree.
Both of this game right here is gonna be a lot closer. If you're looking for a sleeper play, like you said, Shakir. And then I guess it would be a sleeper, but he hasn't been performing. I think this is a game he comes back and performed really, really well in. Mm-hmm. So I would take Andrews.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football, you want to jump into?
Let's go to
All
it,
right.
man.
So
which one?
We had it mixed up earlier.
Yeah.
Titans play the Dolphins tonight. Huntley gets the start.
I do not like him in this game.
What? Snoop? You don't like Snoop, man?
Not today.
Oh, dude. All right. Break it down. Break it down.
No, just I think he's still new. I think that is a benefit to him is being new as far as like not having a lot of tape on you, but I just don't think he has the reps.
Okay. I actually like Snoop a lot.
No, he's a great player.
No. I'm saying in this game.
Yeah.
I like Snoop a lot in this game. Not as a like not as a player or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like Snoop a lot.
Not as a person.
I didn't mean to say that. I don't know about the person not to like him, but as a player, whatever. I like Snoop in this game. Okay, they're going to him for a reason. Tennessee is not looking good. At all. I think Tyreek and listen, Huntley. This is what he does. He comes in. He's a backup, a professional backup. He came in for the Ravens and made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl.
That's a good point.
He made the Pro Bowl. This ain't just some rookie backup. This guy has been in battles. He made the Pro Bowl. He was in the AFC North. Some people think that's the harder division right now.
He was the ninth alternate in the Pro Bowl.
I would say year in and year out.
I say he was the ninth alternate in the Pro Bowl.
Doesn't
Come on,
matter.
man.
You got it.
Pro Bowl is a Pro Bowl is a Pro Bowl.
You got it, right?
That's because 5 people turned it down. It was flag football.
You put up enough numbers to get in. Hey, it's what 32. Wait, 16. There's 16 other quarterbacks that didn't make it.
That's right.
Hey,
True.
Huh?
True.
Okay.
That's
I like
true.
Huntley. Yeah, I like Huntley. He's got weapons, bro. He's got weapons. And those weapons are ready to eat. They've been
that's
doormat.
A valid point.
They've been doormat with freaking Skylar Thompson. They've been doormat. Time to wake up, guys. I do like Huntley as a surprising quarterback. I think A-Train gets back on his thing.
Agreed.
The running back. I think he gets in for a touchdown, gets rolling back on his train. Tennessee, I don't know what we're gonna do there.
I didn't like anything about. Wasn't interested in picking any of those guys.
Yeah,
this week.
I mean, it's football. Somebody's gonna do something, so we're gonna miss out on it. I don't know. I just like I said, I think they got a lot of trouble over there when your head coach is already. It's week 4, and your head coach is calling out your quarterback.
Yeah, it's bad news Bears.
So Will Levis, figure it out, buddy.
Best of luck.
Yeah, let's jump into your favorite game.
Yeah, all right. Seahawks Lions. Now, I really like Jackson Smith-Njigba for the Seattle. As the number 2 receiver or whatever, I just feel like he's gonna be able to get some mismatches, and I just think he's gonna eat.
Okay, I do like JSN a lot here. I think they're getting their stuff together as well. Gino and him, you know what I'm saying? Like this is their second year together. This is JSN's second year in the league. It's like, all right, all right, I've been here. I know what I'm doing. Let's go. Let's eat, So I would agree with you there. I do like him against him, the Lions. Like I said, it's the NFL. Things are going to happen, so points are going to be put up. I mean, the Lions DBs, I'm never going to get enough of that. You know what I'm saying? But again, people have scored on them, so things do happen. But I do like the Lions DBs. This game, let's go. It's always a toss up for me with Detroit.
Yeah,
because I like Gibbs, but I love Montgomery.
Well, all right, so they have so many weapons that it's hard to know who to put.
Yes,
because every week, I mean, as a fan, it's great. As a fantasy football owner, it is horrible.
Because it's like who's the guy this day? You know, between them two,
and Laporta's
Montgomery. Montgomery had a huge week last week. Huge week.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, me too. Because like I said, I think him and the head coach are the same type of person. So I think they just kind of gel well together. So I don't know. I kind of want to go Gibbs more this week over Montgomery.
I think it is a yin and a yang because once they focus on the one, then the other kind
of falls back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So,
and then you got the sun god.
Yeah. So I don't know. Gibbs, I probably would go Gibbs over Montgomery. If you don't have to make that decision, that's good.
Yes.
If you just have Montgomery or Gibbs, just one or the other, you're good there. Start them. So let's go into something new that we're going to do this week. We hate that we missed John. because this is, he would have been really good at this.
I think
but
so.
We are going to jump into daily fantasy. So for today's games, me, Kyle, and Nate, we all picked 9 guys.
Yep.
So and we're gonna go off. Who'd you go off of, Nate? You went off DraftKings or a FanDuel? I did FanDuel. All right.
Uh-huh.
He did FanDuel. Me and Kyle did DraftKings. All right. So we're gonna go over Nate's first because he did FanDuel. So at quarterback, he has my guy Daniels from Washington. He cost you at 8,200.
Yep.
Brian Robinson, he went strong Washington here. He went Brian Robinson Jr. for 7,300. He did go Corinne Williams from LA for 8,100.
Another good pick.
Then Marvis Harris Jr. for 8,200.
Another
Chris
good pick.
Godwin at the other receiver for 73. He did Mike Gesicki for 5,600. Carson Steele from Kansas City, right? As your flex. So this would probably be his sleeper play. His more cost efficient play for his flex. He got Carson Steele, the running back from for 5,800 from Kansas City, and then he went Brian Thomason Jr. For another receiver for 5,800 for Jacksonville.
Yep.
And then Raiders versus Cleveland. You went on Raiders D, right?
That's right.
He went with Raiders D versus Cleveland, even though he's a Browns fan.
Yep.
Disrespect. Whatever. All right, Kyle, you want to break down yours?
Where we got him at?
You probably just got to open a group message.
So I went mainly matchups with mine though. Like I always try to look at the matchups.
Go ahead, break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, please.
So like Jaden Daniels going up against the 20th or the 19th ranked defense in the Cardinals. You know, Brian Robinson Jr. going up against that 25th ranked Arizona Cardinals defense, rushing defense. I think like you look at matchups more than you look at players.
Yeah.
You try not to look at the players so much as you look at who they're going up against. And like that's where you try to find your sleeper picks. Like look at Marvin Harrison Jr. playing the last ranked passing defense in the Cardinals or in the Commanders. Like they have a horrible passing defense. And then talk about the Bears rushing defense. It's horrible. That's why you start Kyron Williams this week. Brian Thomas Jr., I think he's due to have a big game against the Texans. Their pass defense is kind of suspect. And then talk about Mike Gesicki. He's kind of a sleeper pick at tight end because that Carolina, that defense is pretty bad, especially against tight ends. They're 30th in the league against tight ends right now. So
that's a good stat.
But I like the Raiders defense just because the Browns offense has been so putrid.
Yeah.
You're talking about the 29th ranked offense in the NFL right now.
I still couldn't take it, bro. It would make me feel so bad because then you're kind of like rooting against them.
I know. It hurts.
All right. I had at QB, I had Kyler Murray for 6,800. And then I had Ford for Cleveland at running back, 5,700. I went with Robinson Jr. at running back as well. And Marvin Harrison Jr. as well.
You guys got a lot of agreements.
And then the other wide receiver was the Dunze, whatever, from Rams. Well, do you pronounce that?
The receiver?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Chicago, bro.
Oh, Chicago, my bad.
Rome.
Yeah.
Roma Doozy.
Yeah, Doozy.
Roma Dunze.
You know, I was looking.
Dunze.
I actually was looking at him as a pickup in the sleeper stuff. Didn't go with it, but like I was.
He had a huge week last week.
Yeah,
huge week.
Yeah, so like I had looked at him before going into this, and then Watson for Green Bay, the receiver, 5,000, trying to get a steal to make up for wanting to get Harrison. To be honest, and then I got Kyle Pitts at tight end. I'm hoping that'll pay off. I went a little under with the 4,800. And just hoping to see if that'll produce. I like the matchup. Maybe he does well today. Yeah. And then I had Gainwell for the Eagles for 4,900 as the flex.
That's a good, real sleeper right
there.
You
know what I mean?
Yep, that's your low cost efficient play right there.
Yeah. And then I have the Niners D.
Okay.
At 3,800.
Okay. All right, I went a little different than you guys. But I looked at a bunch of matchups because. I mean, just what you want to do on these daily fantasies, man. It's specified matchups because you got to spend money and you got to weigh out. You can't just pick all the best players. You got to find your guys that
you got so much money.
Yeah, you got to find those guys that you can get for less money on the sleeper plays. So my quarterback, I went with Caleb Williams. Again, looking at the matchup, LA, I think that's going to be a passing game for in the beginning of it, at least anyways. Running back, I went Chuba Hubbard from Carolina. I like him. I went Zach Moss from Cincinnati, so I like that game. Both running backs in that one game. I went Addison. Welcome back. Let's have a good game today at receiver. Oh, sorry, I'm not even talking about the money. So I went Caleb Williamson for Caleb Williams. He was 5,600 on DraftKings.
That's a good
So I thought that was like a good steal. Hubbard, he was 5,700, which is pretty much where he should be at. Him and Zach Moss 5,900 there. So I went pretty low on my top 4 guys. All of them are in the 5,000 range, and because I went Addison, he's 5,100.
Yeah.
So
that's a good deal.
So I spent more money down at the lower range. But like Addison, like I said, it's a welcome back game. I think it'll be very, very good for him this week against Green Bay with Darnold. I think I like Darnold. He's tearing it up right now. And now you're adding another weapon to Justin Jefferson. Like, come on. Let's go. I went with Coop as my main receiver.
Oh, cool.
For 6,300. I think he has another big game. I do think he has another big game. I don't think the Denver's defense, especially without Max Crosby, I think they struggled a little bit today. My other receiver, I went DJ Moore with 6,700. Again, I think that's going to be a passing game. So you went Rome, and I take the other guy. So hopefully they both play out. You know,
for sure.
Hopefully they play out. This is a game I think Kelsey has. Kelsey. This is his
that's
game.
Not a bad one at all.
I think this is his game. It's like, all right, guys, shut up. I'm gonna, let's go. So I took Kelsey for 5,800, and then I took Cam Akers in my flex.
Nice.
With Joe Mixon being out, with them playing Jacksonville, I think C.J. Stroud handles his business early, and now they're going to be having to run the ball. So I think
I agree with that.
You get a lot of.
I think Stroud and Akers both have their day.
Yes. And then I took Pittsburgh's defense. I did take Pittsburgh's defense. I laughed because
how much did that cost for the Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh's defense was 3,300. Yep.
Oh man!
And then Cam Akers was 5,300. So yeah, I think that's a good lineup. You guys, maybe next week we can all just do one together and have it ready. Like we all just the top the fantasy one. And then we can actually break ones down too. So
put a little graph together.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much good for today. After that, guys, tell us how we did after you watched the show. Hopefully you were watching along.
Yeah, send
your
questions.
Lineup signed. Getting it all set up. Send us some questions. We answer them coming into next week. We should be full staff next week. Don't quote me on that. Can't wait to have you back, John. Miss you this week, buddy.
Yeah, we missed you.
Other than that, man, this is Velly signing off with your boy Kyle.
Yep.
What did you call your Nucleus?
Nucleus is my rap name.
All right, my bad, Nucleus.
Yeah, you're good, man.
And the big homie Nate running the 1s and 2s. Thank you, homie.
Later, y'all.